Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of my little series on just how shitty the TPA3116 amps can be. And unfortunately today with this 3-cap version the news is not good. So I did have not high hopes, but I did really want this to work because I'm going on holiday pretty soon and I do want to finish this speaker. Unfortunately, this is worse than the last one I got. So this is pretty terrible. So let's plug it in and then do a sound test, right? So see if it can do at least what it's supposed to do. So first of all, it's going to turn on at about 12 volts, and this will let's actually set the voltage first and then turn it on. So let's well, actually, you know what, let's go for 24, right? So we're big boys, we can handle it, and we do want our sound to be as clear as possible, right? So let's just go to 24. All right. Whoop. There we are. Good enough. So yeah, it's turned on, right? So it has this little switch here, which is actually the mute switch, so it doesn't turn anything off. And yeah, let's turn it on. Seems legit. Seems legit. All right, so we have the thump. It's not as bad actually as the one before. Oh, what do we have here? What is going on? All right. So we have released some smoke, so we're still releasing it. There's not a lot of power going into it actually. It does smell like the magic smoke, let me tell you that. Hope I really didn't burn my iPod. Let's see how it sounds. Alright, so it does work. Right, I have no idea where the smoke came out from, but I do have a pretty good guess. And no, if you're wondering, I'm not shorting it out, so it's not that. So it seems our subwoofer line out has completely gone, yeah. Alright. Yeah, so that was it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you guys what was going on, so let's quickly go over it. So, well, something is still going on with the subwoofer. So what I think happened is the choke actually burned out. So the parts of the yeah, you cannot touch those. All right. So exactly as in the previous case, the output chokes were burning up a lot of power. So at 24 volts, this was drawing the maximum amount this power supply could handle. So this is pretty weak shit. So it's about 3.3 amps it was putting out. And so 3.3 amps, 24 volts, you guys do the math, going into these chokes. So these were getting insanely toasty. And right, for the purpose of this video, why the fuck not just turn it on, right? So yeah, the problem with the chokes heating up was even worse than before. Although these do seem a bit beefier than the previous one. Let's just check that one right quick. So here's the previous one. I have done a few things to it. But yeah, so these were the chokes on the previous one, so a bit less densely packed. But the wire does seem to be the same, so yeah. If you want to know more about this, do check my previous video. Was on how shitty this one is, so yeah. Alright, so moving on. I really do hope I won't step on that one. And what else can I say? Not a lot, so outwardly appearance is not too bad, so they might have actually gone with Nichicon. They do look kind of fake, right, to be honest, but it might be that they're just dirty, right? So might be like the second tier niche cons. So the caps actually look pretty fine. The small ones, I don't really care about them. These usually are some kind of op amps, so if someone's following that's interested, check those out. And on the bottom, right, usually you'd find the bodged caps. This one doesn't actually have, I am pretty shaky. This one doesn't actually have them, so it has some surface mount ones. And yeah, so the board's pretty dirty, right, so it hasn't been clean of any flux or anything, but again, right, that's not a big deal. So board layout and board quality and component placement kind of is actually not bad, right? The solder quality is actually pretty good, right? It's not optimal, right? But better than most, right? Let's just call it like that. And yeah, so yeah, these are still insanely hot. So yeah, also do not buy this one. So another one off the list, kind of. Or actually, if you do have one that does work fine, then do let me know. I do know some people that that do have working ones, but yeah. So this one is definitely not good. Right. So just a few things also worth mentioning. I did check all the chokes, and so these are all fine. And so we're now just warming up the chokes on the mid-range channel. I believe the TPA chip for the subwoofer actually was the one releasing the magic smoke you saw before. Right, because we have no more bass channel amplification. And yeah, also worth noting is that this is one of those who boards which has a terrible noise floor, so it's unbearable. Right, you can actually set the volume to some okay setting and kind of have it work that way, but again, right, it's pretty stupid. They probably chose the highest gate on the chips, and it might very well be that the chips are actually fake. What was also very nice, just a quick jump, was that they did put actually some heat paste on this, so not too bad. They didn't have money for a nut here, but at least they did go ahead and do the thermal paste thing. So let's see how well we can do this. So let's try zooming in thusly. So the chip actually looks a bit worse than the previous one. This one does have this dark line over it, so it might be the one that did the smoke works. And yeah, so this is kind of how it looks. All right, bye guys.